Hello from Midtown Manhattan, across the street from the Javits Center. I'm here to catch the Megabus to Philly. This trip is scheduled to take 1 hour, 55 minutes, and cost me just under $27. Megabus stops directly on the street. There is no seating or shelter from the elements. Luckily, today is a beautiful day, but you can imagine how miserable this can be when it's cold or raining. As you can see, passengers are lined up based on their destinations. Let's get in line for the bus to Philly. You can see the sticker covering up the Wi-Fi symbol. I guess this amenity is no longer offered on board. Alright, let's head up to my seat. Normally I wouldn't have paid extra for a seat reservation, but I decided to spend the $8 to get the front window seat, since I figured it would give me good footage for this video. And wow, this view is just absolutely stunning. Definitely worth the extra $8. While I was waiting for the air conditioning to kick in, I pulled the shade down since it's hot up here. But now that it's starting to cool down, I'm gonna enjoy this view. And we're off! So normally on buses, I don't wear a seatbelt. A lot of times they don't even have them. But since I'm right in front of the front window, 10 feet off the ground, any sudden stop could send me flying, so I was glad to have the extra measure of safety. As for amenities, we have an okay amount of legroom, a pair of outlets, air vents, and a reading light. There's also a stop button, but I'm pretty sure this bus makes all stops anyway, so I wouldn't recommend pushing it. Alright, let's carefully head down to the restroom. Whoops, I fell. Lesson learned. Use the rear staircase next time. The toilet doesn't flush, and there's hand sanitizer instead of a sink, but you are on a bus, and everything was clean. So Megabus likes to advertise that their tickets start at just $1. However, they only sell a very limited number of $1 tickets per trip, so you have to book them far in advance, and they're often at strange hours. If you wait till the day of, tickets can cost as much as $45, which, while cheaper than many trains, is still significantly more than most other buses on this route. Also, since all tickets incur a transaction fee of $3.99, those $1 tickets are actually basically $5. Now, taking a 2 a.m. bus a month away might be well worth it for some people to get a $5 ticket. After all, it's cheaper than pretty much any other transportation option between these two cities. Least confusing road sign in New Jersey. You know you're getting close to Philly when you see a Wawa. Between the mandatory booking fee and the optional seat upgrade, my ticket that was advertised at $14.99 ended up costing me $26.98. So keep that in mind next time you see a ticket price. Always expect to pay a little bit more. And we've arrived perfectly on time. You just get dropped on the side of the street right by Independence Hall. Overall, this is a pretty solid option to get between the two cities. The price is often cheaper than the train if you're booking closer to the date of travel, and the view from the front seats is truly spectacular. However, the lack of a station building is really annoying. If the weather was unpleasant, the wait would be really miserable, and the lack of seating is really unfortunate. I would imagine it's especially so for elderly or disabled people who can't stand comfortably for extended periods of time. Furthermore, while being on the top deck is really pleasant, these double-decker buses feel really cramped in general, so I probably wouldn't want to travel this way if I had a lot of luggage. For these reasons, I definitely recommend taking Amtrak or the Peter Pan bus instead, but this is still a pretty good alternative. The nearest subway station is 5th Street on the Market Frankford line, which I'm taking back to Fishtown. See you guys next time for another video.